everyone. We are here at Pour and Twist with Elaine and Zuyi. And we're just going to ask our usual questions.
Awesome. Thanks for having us, guys.
No
So
worries.
if you could start by just telling us a little bit about what you do here at Pour and Twist.
Yeah, so we are fully manual brew bar. So everything is hand brew, no espresso machine.
So we have like different beans from different roasters around the country. And then we also have like different drinks because not everyone likes drinking coffee. So we have like kind of like cool like sodas and like other stuff. So
Your
draw people in.
specialty drinks. Yes,
Yeah.
we've seen it, we've tried
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
and
It
it's
was
awesome.
great. Grey Marble, recommend.
Yeah, that's good.
And what prompted you to take the manual route rather than getting an espresso machine and doing it the kind of traditional way?
Yeah. I think because in New Zealand, espresso is pretty common and everybody loves espresso and milk. So we kind of wanted like a point of difference, and also like ourselves, we just love like hand brew coffee, like filter. And you couldn't really get that anywhere. Like some places were doing it kind of just on the side or just, you know, whenever they weren't busy.
Yeah.
But we wanted to kind of just go into it full time.
Yeah, just a process. We
Yeah.
love the process.
Yeah.
It's all about the process, from grinding the beans, from checking the water temp, to the brewing and the end cup. You
Yeah.
taste it, and yeah, just the whole process.
It's just so much more than just like getting that coffee quickly and then just downing it. Like
Yeah.
it's, you know, enjoying what you're doing, like be mindful and appreciating like the bean to cup, like the farmers and everything. So
Yes.
it's, yeah. When you see espresso machine, the barista's like just like behind it. You can't really see them,
Yeah.
and
And
you
then,
don't
yeah,
really get to
yeah.
talk. Like he'll make your coffee and just give to you, and then
And
say
then normally
hi.
just like a house blend.
yeah.
And you gotta ask for like a single origin to like
Mm.
get a single origin long black or short black.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So with
That's
this, we
true.
love like connection and like talking to people and like asking them what they like or what they don't like, and
what coffee they like,
Yeah.
what brewing methods they prefer. So yeah.
And then just talking about what you guys are tasting, because you know what we taste might be different to what you taste,
Yeah.
and it's so much fun just like talking about all of that.
It is, yes.
Yeah, because we have really different, just between us two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a coffee we tried recently, and I had like an overwhelming taste of cinnamon, and then Izzo was tasting like chocolate or something completely different.
Yeah, quite
So that's
different.
interesting.
That's the fun thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did you get into coffee to begin with? Was it just a kind of hobby, passion turned
Yes.
career, or
Yes.
were you like set on it from the? How did it happen?
So we used to like go cafe hopping a lot. Like, you know, started getting into coffee, and then one day we had a really expensive coffee. We had a geisha. You guys familiar with
we
geishas?
tried it once.
So we didn't know what it was, but then they were just like, "Oh, it's $7 a cup."
So
we're
we,
like,
we
"Oh my
paid
God."
$14 for two.
And we just didn't understand, so we're like, oh, maybe we can like buy our own like little Swiss gold filter and beans and like start brewing at home.
To
So
save
that's
up
how we
more
started.
money.
Yeah, to save money because
Yeah.
I was a student at the time, so
Yeah.
kind of just on a budget. After that, we started getting like hand brewed coffees from like cafes, and then after I graduated, we moved down to Queenstown. And there's like no good coffee down there.
Really?
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, good thing we're not
interesting.
going there.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's changed. That was like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
But so then we used to order a lot of beans from Wellington to get sent down there, and we would.
Wow.
We just brew
yeah, we
coffee
brew at
every day.
home.
Every
Oh,
single
wow.
day. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So what is your like profession? What did you study?
So he was a chef,
Yeah.
and
Okay,
I was
cool.
a graphic designer.
Yeah.
Did you make the logo?
Yeah.
The logo's really cute.
It is cute. Yes.
It's got a good
Oh,
combination.
yeah,
That is a really good combination
Yeah.
for a coffee shop.
Yeah.
It is.
And talking about flavour notes,
Yeah.
each of you, what do you think is the most interesting, like bizarre flavour note that you've picked up when you were kind of tasting a new coffee and bean?
Just recently, from a geisha. Really, really interesting tasting notes.
We had.
Oh, a papaya.
Papaya?
Yes, that's the
Oh
one.
wow, that is,
Yeah.
I've never
Yeah.
tasted that in
I
a
love
coffee for
papaya.
sure.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
like
I mean,
my
a lot of
favourite fruit.
packaging will write like papayas or tropical fruits, but they are
We never
always
get
not accurate. It
Yeah.
doesn't actually hit that your palate. But
No.
then that coffee that we brew up, yeah, that papaya notes are really, really clear.
Oh wow.
So, yeah.
And did you have to brew it in a certain way to bring it out, or did you find that whatever brewing method you used, you were like papaya every time?
Not every time.
Sometimes you could do the same thing, but it wouldn't come out the same. It's human error, right?
Yeah.
Or like it still tastes really good, but not every cup. You bring out that papaya.
That certain thing, right? And
Yeah.
sometimes because today's beans will be different from tomorrow's beans, like it's got that one day age.
Yeah, and then
So-
that cup is probably the last cup from the bag.
Yeah.
And then I'm brewing for a customer.
Yeah.
So I tasted that cup and then I'm like, oh, this is so good. But then we
That's
have no.
amazing.
Even I didn't taste
yeah.
it.
There's nothing in the bag. I'm like, damn, I should have just kept this for myself, you know.
Yeah,
like,
just go,
drink
yeah,
it.
this is what you ordered.
Yeah.
So, madam.
Sorry, I gotta do another one.
We heard very interesting things. We heard cola nut.
Cola,
like
no,
sweet,
cola lollies. What we
lollies.
call,
Oh,
what we
yum,
call
yum.
sweets.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
call
We heard ribena.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Ribena is
interesting.
pretty,
Yeah.
I would say, pretty common. Because
Yeah.
from a Kenyan, that
Yeah.
current,
I think a weird one for me would probably be like soy sauce.
Oh wow.
And
Yeah.
like
That's
like,
amazing.
yeah.
Soy
And like
sauce.
the kind of extended fermentation processes.
Yeah.
There was like I think it was
A bit of an umami taste.
yeah.
The
That's
umami
a-
soy
yeah,
sauce,
yeah,
really.
yeah.
That's pretty
That's
awesome.
pretty
yeah.
funky.
So I was like, oh, so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember your first ever experience or memory with coffee? And perhaps you remember how old you were.
Not specifically, but it
We know
was-
the first coffee we had as a filter, right?
Oh yeah, but like ever though, like like you probably had it as a kid, you know.
Oh, I can't remember.
I think it was like my mom's like Malaysian like instant coffee,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
she adds
Same.
sugar, so it was
Oh.
like real nice. I was like, oh.
Mine would be just
Similar.
a iced black coffee
Yeah.
with heaps of sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that combination. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
my first ever. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Well,
That-
so many people have
A
similar.
lot of people are like that,
Yeah.
but like when I had my first one,
Mhm.
it was because I had a voucher, and I think I was like 15, and it was like a large cappuccino.
Okay.
And so I was like, oh, here, I'm here to like redeem my voucher. And it was like 2 p.m. in the afternoon. I drank it. I couldn't sleep till 5 a.m. the next morning.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Just in at the deep end.
Yeah, yeah,
Large
yeah.
cappuccino.
And that's when the love started.
Yeah.
That was when the
I was like,
addiction started. Well, that's better than my story. Mine was like some awful like frappuccino disaster at like that you got at Starbucks
Yeah,
back
yeah,
in
yeah,
London
yeah.
when I was like, look at me, I'm having a coffee. It's basically an ice cream.
Yeah.
Like the coffee's just been shown to and then passed by.
Yeah.
Each of you, who's your favourite person to drink coffee with?
You?
Yeah.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah. I mean,
Or what if you're not? You're like, actually,
She's like,
oh,
yeah.
there's a top 5, and they.
What would you say your coffee shop and yourselves does for the environment and animals, including humans? Do
Yeah.
you think in any way, the way you've started your business, the way you're brewing your coffee, whether it can be from the producers or from wherever you source your coffee, all the way to the customers?
every coffee that we source is somehow, they pay the farmers and the producer the right amount,
Yeah.
and not like paying them sea market price.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and especially they're transparent. When you got your farmers, you got the name of the producer, which country I think it should be at the certain level or certain
Yeah.
standard, and I'm sure it's above the sea market price. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's being really transparent.
Yeah.
I think that's almost the most important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
have
that's
a
really
feeling,
the
yeah.
most important thing in coffee industry. Like
Yeah.
serving cheap coffee doesn't really do
Help.
good to any
No.
people,
Yeah.
environment, farmers.
Because I can see you've made like environmental choices with like your reusables and things like that.
Yeah.
But I think that the biggest actual difference
Mm.
is, like you said, transparency and paying enough to the producers. And then that does mean sometimes that like it's going to be more expensive to buy a wonderful, delicious specialty coffee than like some black
Yeah.
water from
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
convenience store. But at
Yeah.
least you know that you're not screwing someone over in the
Yeah.
process.
That's why I'm
That's-
trying to
yeah.
share the message to people drinking coffee every day.
Yeah.
It's really hard in New Zealand. Like
Yeah.
people still willing to pay like $3.50.
Yeah.
They're not like willing to pay like $6-7. They find it too
They don't
expensive.
they don't understand what they're paying for because
Yeah.
to them it's just a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
They don't
Yeah.
think about the whole chain, supply
Yeah.
chain.
The fact that you factor into your price the price that's going, like the money that's going to the producers, which we think is really
Important
great
to point out
and
over and
good
over
that
and
you're
over again.
promoting
Yeah.
that message. So
Oh, yeah,
you're getting people
on our
to be,
story?
Yeah.
That was the whole.
That was like the whole thing
like,
that we get so angry because of the whole. We saw a video of like a farmer in
Brazil or something?
Yeah.
chopping off his own coffee plants.
Yeah.
He's like, there's literally no point because
Yeah, planting something
getting
else.
paid.
So like they just literally chop off
nothing.
all this coffee plant because
Yeah.
they're not getting enough
yeah,
money
it's easier for him to just get rid of his farm than
Yeah.
to
you
sell
know,
coffee to
Yeah.
So
someone.
sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sad.
Amazing.
I've got one more question.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Which is, so I think we sort of touched on it a little bit, but you might have another one.
Mm.
So we all love coffee,
Yeah.
obviously. Do you think there is a downside to either coffee or the coffee business?
If there's one thing that you would think is it can be a negative,
Yeah. You know, some people have said, I mean, you've already touched on the whole like fair price for producers, but some people are like, well, it's addictive.
Oh.
So people say different kind of things. Some people say, you know, what other things have we had?
well, people said talked about like pesticides, use of pesticides just to increase crop
Oh yeah.
quality and crop size. So that could be a negative. Is there anything you guys can think of, or nothing springs to mind?
Nothing springs to mind.
That's a good thing.
could-
You really
yeah.
love it.
I think the whole like pricing is the biggest like
Yeah,
thing
'cause-
that we get mad about.
Yeah, because
but,
like
yeah.
you go to a petrol station, you're paying $5 for a flat white.
But,
Yeah.
but nobody
and then-
questions it.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
go to a specialty coffee shop for a flat white, like you're paying $4.50, but then they're complaining.
Yeah.
Do you get people complaining?
Yeah.
So like coffee shops here, they can never put their price up
Yeah.
because no
Yeah.
one will go. But then like petrol station will do $5, or the bakeries will do $5, and then they're just using
It's a mindset, isn't it?
coffee from the supermarket. and
Yeah,
then-
crazy.
But
Yeah.
it's because the standard price for a
It's
coffee is
$4.50.
$4.50. They can charge that much.
Yeah.
But then like a
Specialty coffee shop, they're using organic milk, really good coffee
yeah.
beans, but they're still
And
doing
skilled
$4.50.
baristas as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Last thing, what do you think is the best thing about coffee or the coffee industry?
Probably gonna be very similar. Community.
It's gonna be hard. Yeah.
For here,
So
just,
many things.
just meeting people and sharing the passion, and yeah,
Yeah,
I think,
that's
yeah,
the
that's-
positive.
that's what we love, like meeting
Yeah.
people and
Yeah.
then getting someone into coffee.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, yeah, it's about the coffee, but it's like the connection and like education and just knowing what you're drinking, and then just being able to like enjoy the beans with like your friend.
Well, thank you very much, guys. This was
Yeah, no
amazing.
worries.
I hope that when we come back in, who knows, maybe a year or two, you will still be here. Hopefully somewhere else as well. Just
Yeah. With a
spots.
thriving YouTube channel on
Yeah.
brewing videos.
Yeah.
So we will definitely keep in touch.
Or
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah,
we can
for
come
sure.
visit you guys.
In London.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah,
if you
that
There's
would
a
be
lot of good
awesome.
coffee shops in London.
There is a
Anytime.
lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
good.
We can
Message
take you
us
to our
and
favourite
we'll-
places.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.